What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to draw, ink, and color Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now we're going to begin today's lesson with our pencil and add some guidelines. Let's start from the very top. Just sketch a line coming all the way down towards the center of our page, towards the bottom. And then from here we're going to sketch a box in the center. Let's start from the top, going out towards the left and right side. Now from the sides, we're going to draw that same length line coming down towards the bottom. Let's close off the bottom with another straight line. Now from here, we're going to add another guideline going across the center of our square. So start in the middle, extend this out toward the left and right side. Now with our guidelines in place, we're going to start adding the facial features. Let's leave a gap in the center, move over towards the left, draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom of our square. Now you want to take that same distance over towards the right and do the same thing. From this point, we're going to draw the bottom of the eye, coming down and then up towards the side. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Let's tuck the iris and pupil on the top of the brow. Starting over on the left, draw a small half circle. And do the same thing on the right side. Let's go to the inside corner of the eyes, draw two short lines coming down and in, leaving a gap in the center. And then pull this all the way down towards the bottom. From the bottom of our square, let's step up and draw two short angled lines going up and out. Now I'm going to place the upper lip along the bottom of our square. So from here we're going to step down, angle up and out towards the side, towards the bottom of our square, come down and out towards the corners of the mouth. Let's connect the corners of the mouth with a straight line, and we'll draw on the bottom lip. We'll step down, start with a straight line going across, angle this up, aiming towards the corners of the mouth. Now from the bottom of the lip, we're going to step all the way down and just mark off the chin with a straight line. Let's go back to the side of our square. We're just going to slope the head coming down and in towards the jaw. And then from the jaw, we're just going to angle this down and in towards the chin. Now you want to tilt the hat brim over towards the left. From the top corner of our square, we're going to step down, just going to curve this down, and just go across the top of the left eye, and then bend that out towards the side. From the end, angle this up and in, aiming towards the top corner of that square, and stopping right about there. Connect the left and right side of the brim with a curve, and bring this up towards the top of our square, and then bend that back down. Let's extend this line on the right side, going all the way up towards the top. Let's go back to the left side, angle the hat going up and out, and curve the top of the hat, going up, rounding out the top, and then bringing that down on the right side. Now you want to place the ears on the side of the head. On the left side, we're going to step out, start with a straight line coming down, angle this in towards the side of the head. Let's go to the right side, step out, draw a straight line coming down, and angle this back in. Let's add those points on the right side of the head. We're going to start from the top, come down and up, just taper that back in, add another point. Now going back to the top corner of the hat, we're just going to round up the head, going out, across those points, and just pull that down towards the top of the right ear. Let's add a few more points along the side of the head. Now I'm going to go back to the inside corner of the right eye. We're going to angle the eyebrow going up and out toward the side of the head. From the inside, I'm just going to curl this in and up, and we'll thicken up the eyebrow with that same angled line. Let's bring the hair across the side of the head with a curve, coming down and then out towards the ear. Now we're going to add those folds across the cheekbones. From this point, angle this down and out. Do the same thing on the right. Angle this up and out towards the side of the head. From the bottom point, angle this down and in towards the jaw. Let's add a little bit more detail to the hat. From the right side of the brim, we're going to step in, draw a small oval, and we'll follow the same curve, stepping up, going all the way across from left to right toward that oval. Let's add a circle in the center of the hat, going all the way around toward the hat brim. And we'll move over towards the right, angle this up and out, come down along the top, and then pull that back down. Now let's draw on the side of the neck. We'll start underneath the ear, draw a straight line coming all the way down towards the shoulders, and the same thing on the right. Now we're going to line up with the jaw on the outside line, curve the shoulders going out and then down. Let's draw the top edge of the collar. Start from the side of the ear, going out and then down towards the side. And then from the end, angle goes down and in towards the shoulder. Let's go back to the side of the neck from the inside of the collar, curve this out and then down. And then along the bottom, we're going to add a curve to the top edge of the shirt. Let's trace the collar along the top and the side. Just along the inside. And then adding that hook on top of the collar on the right. So we'll start up here, curve this up, bend that down. Let's round up the end. Now you want to follow that same curve going up, around, and then down in behind the collar. Now let's go back to the left side of the hat and add a point. Coming down and up, and then pulling that back in. Let's add some hair coming down along the left side. Start with a curl coming down and out, pull that back in. I'm just going to taper that back up underneath the hat brim. Let's go underneath the ear, come down and out, taper that in. I'm just going to go around the neck and pull that back up underneath the ear. Let's add some more hair over on the right side. So start underneath the earlobe, come down and out, and bend that in, come all the way around the outside, add a small curl, come around and then in toward the side of the ear. Now add a little bit more detail to the neck. Starting underneath the jaw, draw two straight angled lines coming down and in towards that bottom line, and we'll round out the bottom. Now that we have a rough sketch in place, let's go back and erase some of these guidelines. Now that we have a rough sketch, let's go back with a tip or pencil and add a second level of detail. Let's start along the top. From this bottom point, step in and draw that hand going up towards the top, go across with a straight line, and bring that down along the right side. Now halfway along this line, we're drawing the thumb. Coming down, draw the palm coming down towards the bottom, draw a straight line going across the top, and it'll separate out the four fingers. Start in the center, draw two more lines on either side, and then we'll round out the tip of each finger. Now let's add in the left eyebrow. Coming down, just curling that up, and thicken up the top. Now add some more shape to the lip. Starting along the top lip, bring that down on the side, just flatten this off, in towards the middle, and then out towards the right. Now I'm going to go back and just add some detail and shading to the nose. I'm going to go back and add some more shape to the eyes. Start along the upper eyelid, the bottom and trace out the iris. And we do the same thing over on the left. I'm also going to bring the collar down a little bit lower in the middle. And adding in the collarbone. And then we'll erase that extra line along the bottom. Once we're happy with a rough sketch, I'm going to move to my ultra fine point marker and start tracing out the contours. Let's start with that bottom edge of the hat. Start from the outside. I'm going to work our way across. I can always refine the shape if we need to. I'm also adding some finer details as we go. And I'm just adding some more hair just underneath the hat. And then I'll go in and start layering in the eyebrows and the eye. Also adding some thickness along the upper eyelid. Now from here, it's going to work our way down towards the nose. Adding those shadow lines along the middle. And just continuing our way down towards the lip. Now from here, it's going to work our way down along the side of the head, coming down toward the jaw, and pulling that down towards the chin. Now just adding that shadow across the cheeks. Then using a thicker marker, we'll just fill in the eyebrows. I'm going to add some shadow lines going across the side of the collar, along the inside, and down towards the shoulders. Also adding some shadow across the right shoulder, and adding that shadow line across the neck on the left. And we'll add those vertical lines going across the left side of the neck, coming in. And once we finish tracing out our character, we'll go back and erase our sketch lines. Now for our colors, we're using these Prismacolor wax pencil crayons. We'll start by adding the skin tone along the top, just above the cheekbone, going up around the eyes. And we're just going to leave that highlight over on the left side of the cheek. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Just working around that cheekbone, filling the inside of the ears, and we'll fill in the shoulders and the neck area. Now we're going to go back and lightly fill in the cheek areas with very light pressure to get a lighter tone across that area. And then with a darker brown, we're just going to add some shadows just underneath the hat brim across the top of the head. We're also going to darken up that shadow area on the left side. I'm just going to add some color to the eyes, leaving a little bit of highlight on the left and right side, using this cool gray. Now with a brightest yellow, it's going to fill in those details around the hat. Now we're going to add a glare on the top left side of that circle, using a darker yellow. And we'll fill in the bottom right area. And finally, using a medium brown to add some shadows along that metal. Now with our cool green color, we're going to add a highlight on the left side of the hat, and then just fade that out as you go towards the right. And adding that same highlight over on the right side, just blending that in. And then with the darker green, we'll work our way from the right over towards the left. And just blending that in across the middle. And we're also going to blend this out towards the right. And using an even darker green, we'll fill in the outside of the collar. Now for our last color block, we'll fill the inside of the collar with this medium gray. Now in this final stage, I just want to add some contrast and some shadows across the body. So adding a dark shadow underneath the neck. Then using our charcoal gray, we're just going to add some shadows and reflections to the hat. So just tracing out the contour first. And then we'll fill that in. I'm just going to fade that shadow as we go towards the left. Adding that same shadow across the top of the hair. And as we get closer to the end of our drawing, I'll add a little bit more shadow, and always remember to sign your artwork. And there we have it. That's how we draw and color Jotaro. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. You can also drop your requests in the comments below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.